Welcome back, Daily Show hitting you in the nose. 928. 13th day of March. It's a Thursday morning. Rachel, welcome back to the show. You've been on before, haven't you? That's what I thought.
A couple months ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not too long.
Not too long.
How's your Thursday treating you?
I'm tired.
Yeah, this barometric pressure shift is
it's
real.
Awful.
It is.
It's awful. I have like a little bit of a headache, but I'm trying to get through.
You know, what pisses me off, to be honest with you, is I wake up like this and I'm like, why am I still not partying? Right. You know, when I was partying, I earned it. Now I just feel bad.
It's like, am I just old now?
Well, this is really great. The 20-somethings group is on Thursdays at 3:30 to 4:30.
Yep.
And how long has this been going on for?
So it actually started at the end of January.
Cool.
So yeah, it's been going on since then. Yep.
And take me through some of the things that are getting accomplished in here.
Yeah. So we definitely talk about maybe some of the transitional things that folks who are kind of in their 20-somethings might be struggling with, whether it's graduating from college or even graduating from high school, and just kind of not knowing what they want to do with their lives. So we talk about maybe some of the struggles that they're experiencing.
Mm-hmm. Well, and I saw something the other day too, where it called like my generation. I don't know if it's ours, but the grandma generation. We're sleeping too much and we aren't having a social. Is that a true thing?
Oh yeah.
Is it really? This is wild to me. So what are the problems that can kind of arise and socially when it comes to kind of that lifestyle?
Yeah, I mean, I see a lot of just isolation, depression, difficulties making friends or maintaining relationships, a lot of social anxiety too.
Yeah.
You know, folks are kind of just stuck at home, maybe living with their parents, which that's nothing to be ashamed of. But oftentimes when I talk to these folks, they want to not live with their parents.
Right.
So that can be some of the challenging things that are coming up.
That's really interesting. And in this group, how does it kind of formulate? What's the format of it?
Yeah. So really we talk about anything from managing finances to maybe resume building, what kind of jobs are you interested in, how to make friends, difficulties with depression due to maybe isolation and not making friends or socializing much.
How many do you encounter that truly just don't know how to, I don't know how to put it, but like live in real life? Do you know what I'm saying by that? Where it's like we kind of like fell in love with social media in this virtual world that we don't understand the present.
Right. No, absolutely. I would say, so I'm considered like a millennial.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I just never guess anymore.
I'm not seeing it a lot with millennials. I'm seeing it with the generation beforehand.
Really?
Which I think it has a lot to do with social media and also video gaming. You know, I myself love to video game, but I like do it in doses where I step outside and maybe go to the grocery store or the library, or I engage with friends and stuff like that, where, you know, I think nowadays there's so much social media that it kind of takes away the blessing of being in person with people and talking and engaging.
Is there a lot of times too where maybe someone that's younger, it seems like, just from my experiences with folks, that once they find that kind of one thing that interests them, no matter what it is, it could be good, bad, or indifferent, it's kind of just that's it and that's the life.
Yeah, tunnel vision.
Yeah, is that healthy? I know that's a tough question. That's a really tough.
I think it can be unhealthy if you're noticing negative things coming from it. So if you're feeling depressed, or maybe that's all you do every day, all day, and you're not experiencing other important things in life, like getting a job, which is kind of really important, you know, to survive and keep going.
Well, and it's good for your health, too.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, you know, people always say, Rachel, if I win the lottery, I'm quitting the job tomorrow. I'm like, hell no, I'd be crazy within a month.
I say that. I'm like, okay, you know, I'm going to retire early, and then I'm like, no, I would be so bored.
Yeah, no, it would not be good for me. I'd be on that lottery change my life show.
Because we as humans, we love routine.
Right.
We do. And when we don't have routine, that's when I notice a lot of folks experience mental health challenges.
You know, and that's what was, I was reading something the other day about student athletes and stuff, and whenever they stop playing that sport, you know, and because it's their life for so long, they really do struggle with that next chapter.
Yeah, and that's exactly, you know, the thing about this group is a lot of folks will be graduating from high school or college, and they've had that routine set for them for so many years, and then it's gone. And so now what?
So interesting. So how does it work? So whenever we're in this group, do we all just kind of share openly?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, really cool.
Yep. I'll check in and I'll say, like, what are you coming to this group for? What do you hope to get out of this group? And so maybe we'll pick a topic that might be beneficial for everybody in the group. Mm-hmm. And I'll even ask at the end of the group, like, are there certain topics you really want to talk about that might be really helpful?
This is really cool. Mm-hmm. And you have to complete intake, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. So you need to complete an intake. You don't have to be established with a therapist. If you strictly just want to go to this group, that's okay. But you do have to complete an intake.
And I'm guessing 20s.
Yes. And you have to be in your 20s. Thank you for reminding me of that.
I just wanted to make sure of this. But it is covered by most insurance plans.
Yes. Yep.
And do we have to keep calling you so let's say we're in the group, like we're loving it after week 3, do we still need to keep calling you saying we're coming? Is that good?
Nope. Well, I mean, you can, or a lot of times at the end of the group, I'll say, like, does everybody want to come back next week? Mm-hmm. And they'll say yes or no. And then I'll just kind of set up recurring appointments, and if they can't make it one week, they can call, or if they decide they're no longer interested, they can call and let me know.
It's like the lamp in the Shawshank. I'm trying to look at the date. So you've had a couple of
Yeah.
So you've had a couple of weeks now of this.
Yeah.
What have you seen, just takeaways that you've experienced?
Yeah. Just, I mean, a lot of the things that are kind of on this flyer.
Just like in terms of growth, have you seen them able to kind of break out of maybe some of their shell a little bit, or?
It's been hard.
Has it?
It's been hard.
Yeah.
Just especially when it comes to socializing, talking with other people. That's probably been the most difficult part. But I do think the group can be really beneficial just for people to come together and talk to each other.
Does it surprise you?
No.
That's so fascinating to me. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to stick around. I got to pay a bill.
Sure.
9:35, more conversations on the 20-somethings group, which is Thursdays, 3:30 to 4:30. Where is it located?
OSF St. Anthony's, 3rd floor, Psychological Services.
We'll be back with more right after this on RiverBender.com.
Oh no, another bad headache? Yeah, maybe it's time to see your doctor.
OSF Healthcare can handle all of your family's primary care needs, including diagnosing health issues or referring you to a specialist. Schedule an appointment today.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
Yo, what up? It's Mike Keith, the proud graduate of Lewis and Clark Community College. I got my start in broadcasting and now I work all over the country. I discovered my path in media, but I could have been an electrician. Or I could have been a nurse.
Maybe not.
Get paid to go solar.
We're not solar bros. At Grid, we're solar pros. We explain the process behind solar power so you can make an informed decision. We'll work with you to make owning your power as simple as possible and affordable with zero down financing and payment options. Our only goal is to save you money. Call Grid when you're ready to be independent of the power company.
Looking for the best barbecue in Madison County? Head over to Carver's Barbecue in Godfrey, Illinois. From loaded barbecue nachos to mouth-watering pulled pork, brisket, ribs, and more, Carver's serves up award-winning flavors you'll love. Family-owned, Carver's is all about fresh, made in-house dishes served daily. Come visit us at 2716 Groveland in Godfrey, or give us a call at 618-467-9999. Order online, get it catered, or stop by for the best smoked meats around. Where great flavors meet family tradition, you'll find Carver's Barbecue.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
I'll be over the edge now. In no time.
just had to get the hair out of my face. I didn't care how, I was just going crazy. Welcome back, Daily Show, hitting you in the nose. Rachel, psychotherapist, LCPC. Say that one 4 times fast. I'm feeling accomplished today.
Okay.
I can go home. I can retire now. So this 20-something group takes place Thursdays at 3:30 today. Forgot it was Thursday.
I know.
So, are you there every Thursday?
Yep, I am the facilitator of the group.
Really cool. How long do you foresee this continuing?
I hope for the time being there, I do think this group can be a little difficult to start up due to maybe some of the challenges that folks may be facing with this kind of group, difficulties with leaving their home, socializing, etc. So I do recognize that can be a part of the challenge, but I'm hoping to get it, strong and running.
Are there any coping mechanisms or any type of tools that you try to send the folks home with?
Yeah. So we do a lot of just education. I feel like this definitely is a group for education, helping them navigate those big life changes. That maybe they didn't talk about in college or didn't talk about in high school, or they don't have the people to kind of help guide them to this.
Much of it is education just for a lot of this, because it seems like too, when it comes to maybe understanding certain personality traits too, and just maybe like attachment styles, all that other stuff that comes with the 20-somethings and everything else. That once you start to become understanding of it and learn it, that's when you can really start to work on it, because it just seems like it's like going back to that tunnel vision.
Right.
The 20-year-old groups like myself were smart on some things and completely oblivious and don't know anything about it. And not saying we don't, but just kind of shell shock, you know?
Yeah, well, and I think that's just like a part of how maybe 20-somethings grew up.
Right,
when I was 20, I grew up with certain things, and I think that's just what they're working with, So it's trying to maybe help them be a little bit more flexible.
How big does this group get?
So I will have at least 10, or at most 10.
Oh, it's like,
not
damn.
at least. At most 10 people in that group.
Okay.
Yep, so that's like
that's really good though for people to know that you aren't going to be inundated with a bunch of strangers.
No.
It's small settings too.
Yes, because I think that would be really overwhelming for this population.
Yeah, way too overwhelming.
Yeah.
Well, and sometimes I think that once you, especially younger people, understand that they're not alone, because I think a lot of it, older generations might say it's like the victimization and stuff, and it could be, I'm not saying that's not true, but I think a lot of it is you're isolated. You don't see that people your age are going through the same thing, and so you think, why is this happening to me?
Right. Or even like comparing themselves
to others, that's
too.
A big one right now.
Yeah, which like, I've done that.
Oh, hell yeah, I do it all the time.
Yeah.
I do it all the time. I'm not even being funny about this.
Right, no. So it's hard. So we talk about comparing yourselves and having realistic expectations for yourselves rather than thinking like, oh, I need to get this full-time 40-hour week job. You don't have to do that. We can start a little smaller if you feel like that's overwhelming for you.
Well, and so many times too, it's like, you see the influencer, the star, or whatever you want to call them now, and regardless of what money or whose it is that they're using to do this stuff, you go, I'm going to be that person. And it seems like I actually was reading something on the Post about it, or the Times, where they said you're like so inundated with it that you almost become that reality where it's like you feel like you have to be that, and if you aren't, you're a failure. And it's not true. I mean, it's so not true. No. I'm never going to be, Walter Cronkite.
Yeah.
I know that. And I'm happy with that too. Like, I know who CJ is.
Right.
Yeah.
Like acceptance of yourself and the things you have accomplished and the things that you are doing currently.
And that's why I make fun of myself.
Yeah.
No, but
Humor
it's a
can be
coping
helpful.
tool. But it's a coping tool.
Absolutely.
You can't, if you laugh, you cry, and how much of that is just understanding life for them too?
Yeah. I mean, I'd say that's a big part, because I remember when I was in my 20-something, it was a whole lot of unknown. And I was like, oh my gosh, I have to be an adult, and this is really scary, and this is also really awful, at the same time. So a lot of it is like adjusting to reality can be a huge thing.
And then too, I don't know. I mean, my family used to do this to me all the time, because when I was starting to understand how to be an adult a little bit, it's like I'd call and go, "This is ridiculous! Like I'm losing all this. What is?" And they just, get over it. That's welcome to being an adult. But when you're young, you're like, you don't understand what I'm going, because you just don't think of it that way. But it's
well, and of course they don't understand.
Right.
Because everybody's experiences are unique.
Well, and too, it's like, it's like for me though, it's like I kind of discredit that anybody else had that hardship too.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and that's just a personal thing.
Sure.
It's like, oh no, it's CJ that is being targeted today with the bills of life.
Yeah.
It's just I don't know why I'm airing that out.
I think
it's your counselor trait coming out.
Yeah. I think that's a relatable feeling though, and that's a feeling that a lot of folks in this group experience.
Randy, you better not be billing me for this hour. Well, and I think that's what's so important, because I think so many times too that as people we try to front things. We try to put the mask on and life's good, and some people can, some people can't.
Right.
But being able just to talk about it, I'm sure just seeing it for even a couple of seconds could be the weight of the world going off of their shoulders.
Just to know that they're not alone and other people are also experiencing similar things. And it's an opportunity for them to build relationships, friendships with people who are similar.
Right.
Which is also the goal.
It's very true. This is so cool. And so managing finances and stuff. So on top of all the mental side of the 20-somethings, also the realistic side of things. So what's that kind of look like? Just going through budgets?
Or talking about stress with money. So, I think some of the folks in this kind of category may not have employment. And so finances are a big stressor, but employment is a scary thing, and I don't want to get a job because I'm nervous about it. So we talk about, breaking it down into smaller pieces and finding resources, finding ways to build your self-esteem up so that you can make some money and then kind of go from there. But we do talk about like budgeting if need be, and resources for budgeting, those kinds of things.
How do we sign up?
Yeah. So you just call our office. So 618-474-6240. And you say that you want to get started in some services, so you'd be scheduled for an intake appointment. And then you tell that therapist that you're just interested in this group.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Rachel, thank you so much for
Thank
stopping
you.
by. We'll take a quick break on this Thursday morning. It is the 13th day of March. Coming up, this weekend is the St. Patrick's Day pub crawl.
Yeah.
And I've got to be on my best behavior because last year was not a good sign.
Not a good
It was not a good. It was a very good time,
but just
it was not good for it. Thank God we don't have TMZ in this community.
That's good. That is good.
All I know is that we're going to be talking to Johnson's Corner in just a couple of seconds. We'll take a quick break, but I do highly encourage you to let your 20-somethings know that if they're struggling out there, to please look into the 20-somethings group, which is Thursdays, 3:30 to 4:30 p.m. and the third floor of the Psychological Services at OSF. If I do get paid to talk. And just make sure that you complete that intake form. We'll take a quick break. More Daily Show next.